I did it. It's your boy Lycan King here, and tonight we're going to talk about the Queen Justice, the latest episode in Game of Thrones. And I, for one, quite enjoyed this episode. This episode was pretty good. A lot of interesting things happened in this episode. But third episode has just been great. So much to talk about tonight. Oh God, I don't even know where to start. I mean, we had the recap of the Greyjoy battle. We had the Unsullied taking on the Lannisters. Got the main thing was the Jon Snow and Daenerys finally meeting each other, and her wanting him to bend the knee. And I'm just like, Jon, don't bend the knee, man. Like, I was kind of worried. Because Jon, he does stuff. I don't know. I mean, he's a good guy, but sometimes he doesn't make the best choices. And I said that in my last video. Like, certain things I just wouldn't have let slide. So when Cersei told him to bend the knee, I was really concerned that he just might actually do it. But he surprised me, and he was just like, "No, not gonna bend the knee. Not gonna do that." At the reunion of the True Stark children, Brandon Stark and Sansa, that was something. The only thing that I would say about them reuniting was it just didn't feel, I don't know, Brandon to me just didn't feel like he was all there. I didn't get the sense of, I haven't seen my sister in God, who knows how long. You know, and I just didn't get that feeling. Like, I got it from Sansa. Like, she was so happy to see him, and I understand that. But I don't know. He kind of like, he kind of gave off the impression that he was like, yeah, I'm happy to see you, but I'm the three-eyed. I mean, I guess, because I'm about to answer my own question, but I guess since he's a three-eyed raven now, I guess he understands his purpose and his role and what he has to do. Because he said that he can't rule Winterfell because he's a three-eyed raven. It's hard doing these right after this show because it's like almost 10:30. But yeah, he was like, I can't be the king of Winterfell, you know, because I'm the three-eyed raven, and she didn't know what that was. It's kind of hard to explain. It is, you know, when you think about it. But yeah, that reunion was good. Like I said, Brandon just didn't seem, I don't know, maybe the directors had a reason for that. Maybe he couldn't get all excited because he was only there for business, or, you know, he really had this urgent message, which we all know what it is. But at the same time, I don't know. I think the high points of the episode to me was the Targaryens. Okay, the interaction with the Targaryens made everything else seem obsolete. Like I said, a lot of stuff happened in this episode, but just the Targaryens meeting each other finally and having such differences of opinion. Like, they are two completely different people, and I think that's really good. Like, Daenerys, she's coming into her own. The Targaryen blood, I guess, is awakening in her. But I have to applaud both of them, because I think not only did she show her fierce Targaryen side, but I think Jon's kind of came out of there too, because being raised by Ned Stark, he has a lot of values of Ned Stark, but I think coming in there and he showed respect because he himself he's a king too. So this isn't just, oh, I'm just some ambassador coming to speak to Daenerys Targaryen, rightful queen of the Seven Kingdoms, blah, blah. He's like, no, I come to talk to you because I am the king of the North. And I really like how when Tyrion was naming off all of her accomplishments, breaker of chains, mother of dragons, you know, all of that good stuff, and Jon was just like, first he was like, yeah, I'm Jon Snow, king of the North. Davos didn't really say too much, but once the conversation got rolling, I love it when Davos just stepped up and named all of the accomplishments. And I'm just like, that's what I'm talking about, because come on now. These are two great Targaryens. I mean, on both sides of the spectrum. In Essos, Daenerys' exploits and accomplishments are well known. And Westeros, especially in the north, John's, because the North is the largest mass of land, you know, so he's well known. And like, she was champion of her people in Marine. He is the champion of his people in Winterfell. And I love the similarities. You know, she was like, she's been raped, and assassins came after her. She's been beaten down, degraded, treated like less of a person. And then it's like, okay, I feel for you, but then John's like, he's a bastard. You know, he has no right to lands. It's the Night's Watch. He did so much, and I really like the similarities between the two. You know. All right. And speaking of which, let's switch gears here and talk about Sansa tonight. Sansa really surprised me. I'm telling you, she's becoming a really good queen. I'm really becoming more and more impressed with Sansa with the more episodes that go on. She's taking charge and she fits the role real well. It's like when she was helping out with the armor, when she was helping out with the food rations. You know, a lot of people talk about Jon being a natural born leader, but Sansa might have a little bit more Ned Stark in her than we think, because her taking charge of the defenses, food rations. I mean, cause she has an entire city to run, you know, and her just not even being in a role that long. She's already like, I'm gonna investigate this, I'm gonna investigate that. Tell me about this. Give me the rundown on this. You said it lasts this long, then we need to do it like this. We need to send people out to all the other places in the region, and we need to have them send us food rations just in case they have to abandon their homes. Everybody's gonna come to Winterfell. It's like Helm's Deep. So you know, when everybody abandons, God, it's been so long. You know what I'm talking about. When everybody abandons, God, I can't. I'm drawing a blank here. I'm so sorry. When they abandoned that place, please don't hate me too much. Like I said, it's been years. Helm's Deep is where everybody in that whole of the Riddermark, that's where they all go. So when war comes, that's where everybody in that land goes and waits out the storm. So, and that's what Winterfell is. Everything in the north comes to Winterfell during times of war and things like that. So her idea was to go out. Okay, so we only have enough to support everybody in the city for a year. Let's go out there and send some people out to all the other places, start bringing grains here, stockpile and stuff. And I'm like, man, that is genius. It was like, I haven't heard that yet from Jon. I'm like, okay, Sansa, I'm digging that. But like I said, this episode was really important. All the episodes have been great, but this is, I think, my favorite episode, because we got to see the thing that everybody's been talking about since last season, the two Targaryens finally meeting each other. That's just so awesome. It was really interesting. The look on Jon's face when he first saw that, him and Devils, when they first saw the dragons fly over. And the only thing I didn't like about that meeting was when Tyrion and Daenerys both was like, these are just myths and legends. And I'm just like, bitch, you got 3 fucking dragons. Alright, well, the same way that Tyrion looked at the dragons when he first seen them, same way Jon did, the same way Jon and them looked when they ran into the White Walkers for the first time. It was like, well, what the fuck is this? And for I can understand Daenerys. No, I can't. For both of them, despite the fact that she has dragons which have not been seen in centuries, you know, they're just like, oh, White Walkers can't exist. That's just a rumored myth. I'm sorry. So are these. Like, I did like how Tyrion agreed to help him. Like, you know, help him out. We may need some allies. Let him take the dragon glass. You don't want it. You didn't even know it was here. It don't mean nothing to you. You know, I did like how he was able to kind of, I'm not going to say fix it, but how he was able to kind of give perspective to both sides, like yay and nay. But I still kind of think that was just real stupid for them just to so quickly dismiss the White Walkers and the King of the North. I mean, I'm not sorry, not the King of the North, the Night King, I'm sorry. Just completely dismiss it as pure fantasy, despite everything they don't seen. Like when Magic first came back, Daenerys, you remember the guy that could replicate and everything. Come on now, you know. So it was just one of those things that was kind of like a what? So you saying you don't believe in things and legends? Like, come on, man, you ride dragons. But all in all, every episode is better than the last. I'm sorry, because every episode is something. We got to see the end of Margaery Tyrell, which was my favorite Tyrell. She went out so peacefully, and because I honestly thought Jaime was gonna cut her head off. I really did. But you know, he gave her the option. He was like, "Here, I'm gonna put this in." They talked and talked, and I like how she played him like, "Oh yes, it's a terrible thing happened to your son, blah blah blah." And you know, she was like, "It's gonna hurt," and he was just like, "Ah." So he pours the poison in her drink, and she drinks it, and you know, she's dying, and she's like, "Yeah, I did it, and what now?" So boom, you thought I was gonna be like peacefully, ha ha. Nah, I did it, happy I did it. And James was like, "Oh, sad face." Ugh. And I'm just like, that's the way to go out. Like, go out on your terms. You know, it ain't gonna be gruesome and horrific like Cersei wanted, because you know Jaime soft. Ever since he lost his hand, he's all humble now. And everyone's like, "Oh, Jaime, man, fuck Jaime. I'm not a fuck Jaime." So she went out on her own terms, and way to give a final like fu, you know, to the person that basically took your kingdom. That I was like, that's how you, if you're gonna go out, that's how you want to go out. Let them believe that they got you pinned against a wall and you're just defenseless and you have nothing left, and then you hit with a Hail Mary like that as you go out. That's what I'm talking about. Like, hats off to Granny Tyrell, man. She was awesome. I didn't fully understand why they abandoned Castle Rock. They went, I guess they was gonna take High Garden. I guess that's how that was gonna work. Didn't fully understand it. I thought we was gonna see a huge battle, but I guess we'll wait next time to see that. The Greyjoys. I probably should have spoke about that first. The Greyjoy battle, like when he was pulling his niece and some of the other captured soldiers through King's Landing. It kind of reminded me of the Walk of Shame when when they had Cersei go through there, like people throwing lettuce and stuff, and you know, I was just like, "Oh, please don't start spitting on people," because that was so gross. But they kind of reminded me of that, and you know, it was weird. Like, I don't like, and then like Jaime and Cersei had sex again, and now she's just full blown like, "Fuck it, I don't care who knows. I'm putting the Seven Kingdoms. My daddy dead. I can do the fuck I want to do. I'm wildfire in this bitch." And I'm just like, okay, Cersei, that's okay. I mean, people are suspect. I don't know why it's a secret. I mean, at this point, I mean, what people really gonna do? I mean, what are you gonna do? You know, I mean, now she's just getting so reckless, and you know, that's like step one before the fall. Like, now she just don't care. And it's funny that they're making a lot of reference to the Mad King, with Daenerys, but it's funny that as a Targaryen herself, she is nothing like Aerys. If anything, Cersei is more like Aerys. You know, the Mad Queen. Like, it's funny that they got them flipped now, because you know, a Lannister killed the Mad King. All right, and now it's like a Targaryen is coming to kill the Mad Queen, which is Lannister. So that's I like the backwards flip play on that. That is really neat. I really like how they set that up. Moving right along here, and how awesome was it to see Samwell cure Jorah of his grayscale, right? How awesome was that? Samwell, you going places. Y'all need to go ahead and give him his extra chains, you know, because nobody else has successfully removed grayscale from anybody without becoming infected. That took guts and balls. So we get 2 claps to Samwell Tarly for that. I love it how Head Maester was like, "Let me talk to you for a second." You know, he came in there and he did his little touching them, and you know, to see if the spread of the disease was gone. And it was, and I'm just like, man, thumbs up, man. So now Jorah has been cured, and I'm assuming he's on his way to Dragonstone once he finds out. Well, nope, because Sam already told him. So I'm pretty sure he'll be on his way to Dragonstone. It'll be interesting to see them two reunite and see what that's going to be like. But, man, yes, Samwell just found some documents and just went for it. And to have the skill to do it, come on. He needs to be like a headmaster of diseases after this episode. Because that right there, come on now. You know, who knows where we can go from here. And my thing is, if they had a cure for it, I mean, you're maesters. Nobody, y'all cure the uncurable. You mean to tell me nobody want to risk it? I was like, well, you know, we had people, but my thing is, Samwell was brand new, you know, and he just went for it. So I'm just like, man, all these maesters that's been in here for years and years, you know, nobody ever thought. I mean, because he didn't really use no advanced techniques. He put on gloves and he put on a robe and he didn't let it touch him. And I'm just like, well, how in the world did all y'all get infected? Because I mean, I don't, you know, so I don't know. That was weird, but it was really cool to see Samwell complete the test. I mean, we all suspected it from the get go, but still, you know, it's Game of Thrones. You can suspect all you want. You can speculate and be like, yeah, this go. And every time, at least every time I've done it, I have been completely surprised and went in a completely different direction than I thought it was gonna go in. Case in point, didn't see the Jon Snow being assassinated by the Night's Watch coming. Actually, devastated me. After they almost stopped watching the show, I had no idea. So yeah, so Samwell, thanks for that, man. Jorah, happy that you didn't die, and I really want to see Jorah get back into the thick of it because Jorah is definitely one of my favorite characters. He is an awesome guy, man. I really do like his character a lot. Who else did we get to see this episode? I haven't seen in a while. Bronn came back. We got to see Bronn in this episode, so I was like, yeah, Bronn's back. All right, that's shaping up to be something fantastic. What else happened? I need to start making a list when I do these videos and just running down a list. So I'll come off the top of the dome. Uh, so forgive me if it's all jumbled and it ain't going from the very start of the episode all the way to the end. Like I said, man, I'm tired. I gotta go to work in the morning, so this is all just I seen it. This is what stuck with me. Putting it out there. That's gonna do it for me. I'm sleepy. I'm about to go to sleep. So that's everything just fresh off the pot. I will see you guys next Sunday for more Game of Thrones. Until then, stay tuned. Peace.